This is the old Pullman car, abandoned next to my grandparents' place on March Point, Anacortes, Washington. And as a kid, I played in it. You know, since there's so many oil refineries, and after 9/11, there's a whole security force. And we've been already nabbed once trying to get to it, and I failed to make it to it. But I'll try to time their rounds and maybe make a run again, because it's highly unlikely they'll do anything. They'll just ask me to leave. But this is a different view, so I can show some detail. That's the copper roof. Now the whole transom there is gone. Clearly the glass is gone from the windows now, but you still got the round window arches through there. You still have some of the glass. The car looks humped to me. That would seem that she's breaking in half. I'm flabbergasted it's still here at all. It appears just to be tar paper over tongue and groove, so I'm amazed it's held together as long as it has, as far as, but I think that she's probably not long for this world, and that pretty soon the top's just gonna pop and fall in. But so there's the harbor security forces staring at me right now. Yeah, there they are, right there. They are so efficient. He seems to have satisfied himself, and he's motoring on up. Maybe I will make the dash here in a few minutes, and we'll try one last time to get a picture of the insides. One last hurrah. Transom steps there. We made it. Not saying I still won't get thrown out of here, but we made it for the moment. Oh, we have lost roof entirely here. Man who bought it, his name was Frank. God, look at that molding. This is what I wanted to get a picture of before it was gone. The molding and the woodwork. I wonder if she was always painted, or if, you know, as the beautiful wood started to fade with age, they painted over it. Remains of some seats. Way back in the day, look at that woodwork. My grandmother had contacted you know, it was all made by hand. Appears to be, looks like the inside of the roof was an emerald green. I think she's been repainted. Now that looks like it's just pine to me, so probably the interior was always painted, but I know that roof used to be an emerald green color. I believe these were drop-down bunks up in here. You can see the latches are still there to hold them up in place all the way along. His name was Frank, and he used to work for the railroad, and he retired and he bought it. I suspect, I don't know if that's a factory chair came with it. He bought it, and they think he did it so that he could maybe fix it up and live in it. Like I said, he worked for the railroad, but it never got done. Rolling shades still in place. Try to get some detail of this stuff. And then there, look at their poles. Leather bottoms, canvas shades. He never got her done. Stove there at the end. Heat the thing. Cascade motor oil. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The copper banding work on this bench here. Brass. There's a hinge. So I think you're looking at fold down bunks, and they'd drop in there, and then they would up and latch. Here's a nice shot of the metal structure for forming the top hoops. Little alcoves in here. Probably a spot for a lantern. Shutter. Still got a shutter in place. I'm gonna close this door so. Quality Shell oil. This must have been the oil tank to run the stoves. Who made the stoves? Sunflame. Look at that. I'm trying to remain down and out of sight here for a second. I can't believe they missed me coming in. I just want to get as much as possible before I get thrown out. Oh, look at this thing. Isn't that a beautiful shot? Look at that. Beautiful. The people and the hands that went into making this crown molding up on top. So that must have been a utility closet. That's that beautiful oil tank sticker there. I wonder what this was. We got a brake wheel. I'm not going out this side because that's directly into all the oil workers. Glass in that door has been painted. I suspect the reason she never got restored is simply that it was never that special a car. I mean, it's pretty special to me, and I think it's awesome to see it here. And I love the shot there. That is a beautiful shot. From the house, we can't see any of this devastation. To be honest, it's probably here because of the apple trees. They shaded that part of the roof, which means it stayed damp longer. They dropped their leaves, which held the water. You know, we get this side, and heck, we still see glass intact and all sorts of wonderful things. So this is a little depressing. It's in so much worse shape than I thought it was. Look at the tracks to hold your windows up at specific heights. Lift your window up and lock it in place. Here's some of the windows and window frames. Coat hanger. Oh, I love this old girl. I'd love to save anything. I'd love it if some company or some restoration crew or something could find anything of use in this old girl, but I think the days of her being salvageable are pretty gone. Here's another one, much better put together. I think that they are original, and what I believe is that they are the original seat cushions, which probably flipped up so that they could easily clean them. And here's some frames right there. So you can see the oak and the handle, right, that you would grasp it with to flip it up. I think they're original. I think that is a pretty good look at the original green oak paneling that line the ceilings. Yeah, this side matches the other side. There's the lantern hook, and it probably supported it right there. Probably was another one right here. So this would be like a little, maybe a stateroom sort of deal. I don't know. Pantry. I'm not sure what that is. It's tin lined. I don't know what to make of the fact that it's tin lined. This was probably a washroom in here. I'm at the end of the car that I got into, and this is maybe the best preserved of all the windows. See, there's the latch. You pinch it both sides, and the window casing would lift up. Vents and whatnot. Looks like the inside of the bathroom was blue. Pullman heater, oil burning heater. See, but here is a coal bunker. God, and it still has coal in it. Right there. A relic from the age of steam. Right there. I sure wish some of this had been preserved. So, even though there's an oil furnace here, it appears that this, at least for a while, was a coal burner. And it makes me wonder if that one is a conversion as well. And it almost certainly is. And they would have converted back, to oil, because it simplifies so much. Again, there's the bar structure. You got a metal bar, wooden rafters, metal bar. Here's how the window casings were made with, looks like a laminated bend. Laminated boards bent like that, probably steam bent. This is a heat shielding. An upholstered bump pad, so that whatever was here, this could bang into it without causing problems. Look at those big old lock holes. I know this video might be long, but I just don't see her being here much longer, and yeah. Her time on this earth is about done. Linen closet. Pretty sure, anyways. This would be the linen closet. It's got some old jars in it now, but you can almost imagine that filled with towels and pillows and whatnot. Steward coming through. Somebody's got them all layered out. Look at that. 4, 3, 1, 2. I wonder why they are out of order. There must have been something special right there. Something that somebody needed to know how and what to find. I'm going to try to film the back deck without actually going out there because I'm so exposed. Cool. Look what I just found here in the back. Right, so there's the door. There is still the remains of gold leaf, black outlined women. Now why it's facing in, I'm not entirely sure, because, yeah, well, clearly if you're on the inside, you know already. So that probably would have been a matching men, but I don't see the door. I don't see the door for it anywhere. Right, so there's the pantry door, there's the women's. So this would have been the men's stall right here, but the door is gone. But it's neat to see that hand work just showing through. It's really pretty cool. This is the women's restroom. Here's a neat thing. What in the world is going on there? Look at that, right? Oh, in case of fire, break glass. I'm sure it's what it is. And that would have been the straps that held the hose up. Because it's like, this panel is screwed in, yet it looks like a, this would be the women's room. So it's there's an inset box right here. This had to have been where the fire hose was kept. Had to have been. Which probably means somewhere there's a fitting. I can't see it in there. So there it is. There's where the fire hose would have been. And you'd put your elbow through the glass and go racing out, probably with, I don't know if it would have got water from the boiler all the way back here. Had to have been. So here, I've got her figured out. These cushions, right, they fit on these, and you can see where the latches there slide in, and those dimples would ride right in those pockets. And so these benches here are some sort of seating or maybe even dining benches. The underside sitting where the trucks would have ridden on concrete. There's the piping underneath. Brake. Draw bar. So all the trucks are missing from it. That holly growing underneath of it. I don't see any signs along the side of what line she used to serve. Flashing on the transoms. Windows were painted a dark green at one point. Now they're a lichen green. Well, saw my opening and made a dash for it before security got back. But I did as I promised last year. I got inside, and at least now, documentation of what's left. That was them there. Just barely made it. But I appreciate you guys sneaking in with me, and I'm glad that we can at least see her in all her glory. Sad as it might be, still an impressive thing. Thanks for watching.